Do 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 do.
Welcome back. I think it's nothing but a dreadful rumour and also a coincidence that on the very day that we introduced Paddy Mostyn for the first time, Peter Ford is on the same show. You weren't working in Master Control, were you?
No, I didn't pull the plug on Paddy.
Peter has the television survey figures, the first figures that have been released since certainly we've been on air. The big winners, Peter.
First official ratings. Well, in Sydney, good news for Channel 7. Channel 7 have won in Sydney, and a very, very convincing win too.
Terrific. Enough, yeah.
They're well into the 30s. Channel 9 about 4 points behind, followed another 5 or so points behind by Channel 10. They've got some big problems there, but I think those problems will soon be fixed. There's been some changes there. In Melbourne, Channel 9 have just beaten Channel 7.
Just beaten?
Just
so
beaten.
we're neck and neck?
Neck and neck,
oh,
you
it's
can
worthy
say
of it,
that.
boys, yeah. Good news, boys. Yeah.
Just 1 point the difference, and Channel 7...
1 point, that's very good.
It's very, very good.
Yep.
And Channel 7, Channel 10 rather, a full 7 points behind.
OK, let's go through the various areas which would interest us. I mean, firstly, the noon area.
Right, the noon area. Ray Martin has won, convincingly. He's pulled in figures that are into double figures, high single figures.
Right.
We're sitting in both Melbourne and Sydney on figures around 5 and 6, up to a 6, 5, 4 on a bad day. So,
do you think, I mean, I haven't seen those figures, how I've heard vaguely that the Sydney figures before going on air. I really believe that what we have to do, and this is an interesting point, for people like ourselves, I think we have to do what Graham has done late at night, because obviously we're going to have to find our own audience.
I think that's the thing. I think if you look at Ray's figures for the last week, his figures are much the same, perhaps slightly down on previous weeks. So it does seem that more people are turning on to midday television.
Sure. Congratulations to him anyway, because I think it's, I didn't expect to win this particular survey. Maybe in 3 months' time it might be a different story. Congratulations to Ray and the team. We're almost out of time. The 7:30 spot.
7:30, yep. Channel
Sunday.
7 with Australia's Most Wanted on Sunday nights at 7:30. Sitting around the 20 mark in Sydney. Channel 9 with 60 Minutes are into the low 20s. Channel 10 still very healthy with Comedy Company in both Melbourne and Sydney in the low 30s. And much the same story in Melbourne. Ion Australia's picking up slightly, getting into double figures in Sydney and both Melbourne as well. High singles in Melbourne. Jack the Ripper has got to be... Did you watch Jack the Ripper?
Yes.
That's got to be the big winner. That pulled in Sydney, would you believe, almost into the mid-40s.
Isn't that great? And did well in Melbourne too?
Did very, very well in Melbourne.
So it's good news for 7 and 9, not such good news for 10 at the moment.
Not at the moment, no.
Thank you, Peter. Peter Ford, ladies and gentlemen.